Lesson 1.2.3, Determining Recursive and Explicit Expressions. In this video, we will determine unknown terms of arithmetic sequences using explicit formulas. So we have some more vocabulary terms. Explicit formula of a sequence is a formula to calculate the nth term of a sequence using the term's position in the sequence. Explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1, where a sub n is the nth term, a sub 1 is the first term, d we know as the common difference, and n minus 1 is the previous term, our previous term number. And then we have an explicit formula for a geometric sequence. This one is g sub n equals g sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. Again, g sub n is the nth term, g sub 1 is the first term, previous term is n minus 1, and r is our common ratio. Write an explicit formula for each arithmetic sequence. Then use the formula to determine the unknown term. Okay, so first thing we need to find to write this is a sub 1 and d. So a sub 1 is always the first term, so in this case negative 2. And d is the common difference, and in this case we're talking about negative 7. We've done this one before. Okay, so now I'm going to use that formula from before. A sub n equals a sub 1 plus d times n minus 1. And so we're leaving n in here because we're writing the explicit formula for the arithmetic sequence. So a sub n is equal to negative 2 plus negative 7. You will find that anytime I have a negative number after a plus, I always put it in parentheses. Okay, just so that people don't get confused that there's a negative number. Now I can find the 40th term. So that means n is 40. So then we have negative 2 plus negative 7 times 40 minus 1. By the way, if you don't like to write the plus minus, you're always welcome to rewrite it as minus 7 times, in this case it would be 40 minus 1 is 39. Then I'm going to multiply the negative 7 and the 39. So we get negative 2 minus 273. I'm going to put that plus minus because people get it confused otherwise. So I'm going to leave it at plus minus, but it's the same thing. Negative 2 minus negative 273. And so to finish this off, we get negative 275. Now, like I said in the previous stuff yesterday with the recursive formula, I want to see you use the formula because it's a formula. I want you to practice it so you learn it and use it. Later on, if there are steps that you want to skip out of it after we finish the chapter, you're more than welcome to do that. All right, go ahead and pause it. I want you to try number 2 and then unpause it and check and see how you did. So again, we're looking for a sub 1, which is 125, because it's the first term, and we're looking for d. So to find d, again, we're going to take 143 minus 125, and that comes out to be 18. So my d is 18, and now I can write my formula. A sub n equals 125 plus 18 times n minus 1. If you want to memorize the formula, which I recommend, write down the actual formula every single time you use it until you get to the point where you don't look to find it. Okay, so now I'm going to look for the 30th term. So that means that n is 30. So I have 125 plus 18 times 30 minus 1. Okay, and so then I went ahead and multiplied 18 times 29 and got 522, added that to the 125 and got 647. And that's what you should have got. Again, show your steps, do the work, practice the way that I show it so that way you learn it and can do it later the right way. And then after that, if you've got it down, you don't want to cut steps out, that's not a problem. And with that, that's how you write explicit formulas for arithmetic sequences.